Okay, did we hear what Demilade just spoke about? So, do you understand what it means? Okay, so basically, the minister made a comment on the minimum age requirement to enter into university. And the comment was that you shouldn't go into university until you are 18 years of age. Did you hear that? He made a comment that until you're 18, you should be at home. Whether you've written WAEC, you finished all of that, you should stay at home till you are 18, then you go to school. So now I'm hearing some ahs and oohs. So we want to first of all start with asking your opinion. What do you think? Do you think it's fine that... Okay, I like this divided opinions. So if you're for no, raise your hand. Wow, a lot of no's. If you're for yes, raise your hand. Okay, so I would like some representatives, okay? And you're going to give us your reason for your no and your yes. So can I have two people, one person that says no, we should go into school once we've written our WAEC and passed our JAM. So if you're for that, can one person stand up and share with us their opinion? Why do you think you should go to school right after you're done with SS3? Okay, I have someone here. Please put your hands together for them. So you would... Okay, I have two people here. So you tell us your name, your school, and then go on to explain your standpoints. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Obiano Chinaza Glory, Agidimbi Senior Grammar School. So why I said no is because we have a lot of students that aims to go to university. For example, the student that won the best JAMB and WAEC last year, 2023, comes to Yochuku. She's 16 years old, and she got 316 in JAMB and 8 A's in WAEC with 1 B2. And she's 16 years old. There are some students that they are even more than 16 and they've not even entered university. So when a student of 16 years old can make this record, so why wait for people to be 18?
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for her. Please, can you pass the mic to the next speaker? Is your standpoint no?
Yes.
All right, please tell us your name, your school, and the reason for that opinion.
Okay, my name is Adeleye Oroloa from Oregon Senior High School. The reason why I said no is because some people are going for medicine or law. They will use like 8, 9 years in university. Okay, calculate from 18 plus that 8 years. Come on. Do you want to spend your entire life in school? Don't you want to do something else?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that opinion. I just want one more person on this standpoint. Can I have a guy, a male? Does any boy want to share with us their standpoints? Okay, there's someone over there. Please, your name, your school, and the reason for your opinion.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Joshua from DGAC Junior Secondary School. I'm J2D. And my answer to that question is yes. He's right that you are not to enter university till you are at age of 18. Reason being that now, when you finish your secondary school, as we are now, right? And we can't feed ourselves. We can't direct ourselves. We are still under the control of our parents and teachers. And now you finish, let's imagine you finish at the age of 16 and you write your JAM, your WAEC, let's say you pass, and you go to university. The fellow mates you end up made here are not your mates. You are at the age of 16. You go to university and see somebody at the age of 18, 19, 20. And you say, I will come to study. Definitely, some things that somebody at the age of 18 would like to do, You at the age of 16, because you are at the same level, would like to do it. Now, my point is, when you finish your secondary school at the age of 16, please be patient till at the age of 18. Now, hear this. It is not about how far, but it is always about how well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your opinion. So can I have someone from this side? Okay, let me make this clear. So we've had two people tell us, no, let's go to school immediately. And we've had one person tell us, yes, let's wait for a little bit. So I want someone that still has the opinion of yes. Someone from this side. Okay, there's someone over here. Your opinion is yes, we should wait at home. Okay, share with us why.
My name is Waid Yetunde. I'm from Comprehensive School, Alakbere, Junior High School. My opinion is yes because some students, after finishing their WAEC, they're not given enough time to get prepared for their JAMB. And some are having like useless scores, like 110, 120, all those over 400. Even my friend, my sister friend, she said she's writing her JAMB this year, she got 210, and she actually needs 280 for the course she's going for. Instead of us to wait for some years to do lessons, study all your books, just like before you go to university, you have to be more prepared to write your JAMB. At least 280 or 300 above. We should be getting that score, not 110. They're not yet prepared for that JAMB. They need to be prepared. They are not given enough time.
So your thought process is that you need more time after secondary school to properly prepare for JAMB. Okay, that's a fine thought. So I'll just take two more thoughts, then we move into our conversation. Thank you.
My name is Okeke Chisom from Comprehensive Junior High School, Alakpere. And my answer is yes. The reason why I say so is because the pressure mounted on the youth are too much for them. Some of them even have attack, like that kind of fear in them. They're writing the exam. Because they'll be hearing jam is hard, to jam you. And so they will not be like, the pressure will be too much on their body and they will now fail. Or they might not even answer the question, they will just faint on the question.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I've answered from this. So to the extreme end, there are some people over there. So let's give them an opportunity to speak. Thank you.
My name is Bai Samuel from Ikeja High School. My opinion is yes, because if we are going to the military way, some people, if you say you want to, because some people say that because their parents want them to quick and finish and die. Because my own point is that if you quick, finish, do everything, like you don't enter university at the age of some people, because I have a friend that is entering university at the age of 16, 17. So if you are fast and everything, your courage, your age, by the time you finish, you'll be at that age 22, 23, 4. So by the time you enter military, you're going to go for NDA for 1 year and for 3 years, and you're going to do 1 year recruitment training. Then after that, you will now enter the military. Then, because the people that are there, they'll first look at your age first. They'll look at you, your height, everything. They'll screen you. When they start, this guy is not enough, they'll go and put you in war, then you go and die like foul.
Okay. Wow. All right. So we've had, my panelists are laughing. We've had two sides of the coin, yes and no. Please be seated. We would have more opportunities to ask questions and answer questions. But please, let's give my panelists an opportunity to share their standpoint as well. So we've had, first of all, let me introduce them. We have Elkanah Boadi. Please put your hands together for him. And we have Demilade Adebayo. And we would be discussing with you in this panel, leadership and education. We'll be discussing this comment and opinion on the minimum age requirements to enter into tertiary institutions. So, Elkanah, please share with us, what do you think? What effect do you think putting the minimum age requirements at 18 could have on students that are ready to go into a tertiary institution?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I didn't give my own submission. I didn't give my where I am. But I'm not for a yes. I'm not for a no. I am for. I don't think there should be a minimum age mark. What should be is a standard of academic, in quote, achievement that you want. What do you want to produce? What the students you have, what do you want to make of them? I believe that's what they should be working towards rather than age. Because if you're 15, you might be more brilliant than someone who is actually 20 and is in university. So the idea is that there shouldn't be a minimum age, because the age shouldn't be the restriction. What they should grade the people is their ability, their intelligence. How well are you? So you've gone, you're preparing for your university. That's beautiful. You might be 16, you might be 18, you might be whatever age you are. What they should grade the students by in admitting them to university is how intelligent and how brilliant they are, based on what you want to achieve as a country. If we look at the numbers of the Nigerian workforce, the average age of a Nigerian worker from 2020 is 25 to 34. So if you're increasing this age to 18, that means you'll be expecting workers who would be almost 30 by the time they are getting into the workforce. It is not, you might say, well, they want to be more prepared. Like I heard some of the antics that he said that they are not prepared for university life, and they are coming from an uncontrolled environment to a controlled environment. Well, the people in the university would have to argue with you that the environment they are in is not even controlled. So it still goes back to individual. They said they are working on skill acquisition and vocational skills. Well, if you want them to be, it's not about the environment, whether controlled or improved, it's about the person. So work on the person. In the Nigerian curriculum, before they get into university, there should be self-development topics, self-development subjects, courses that they should be taking that would prepare them for that controlled environment that they are going to get into. And that's what
Thank you very much. Demilade, please, can we hear your take on this topic?
Thank you very much. While Brother Okana has said something substantial, I'm not entirely sure that I'm in agreement. Reason being that he said there should be no, age mark. And personally, I can't imagine going into university my first year, 16 or 18, looking to my left and seeing somebody that's 11 or 12. I'm so sorry, it just doesn't gel for me. So because there's, yes, of course, he doesn't mean from the age of 12, but then we have to consider that there are definitely people in the universities in Nigeria right now who are in the ages of 14, 15, and then 16, 17, 18. I don't think that the minimum age should be 18, but then I do think that there should be a benchmark, and I think 16 is a good age. And I just think with time, there is a maturity that comes. Of course, whether or not you go into university at 16 or 18, that decision is peculiar to you, because I can't compare person A with person B. You guys haven't come from the same background, you haven't had the same experiences. I can't tell you that you guys are the same level of maturity. So the decision is peculiar to you. However, we can't lie that maturity comes with age, and it is, especially from the excerpt that I read and from the things that we've seen in our university sector already, many times it is better for people to be older to go into university. But then again, if you as a person know that you are mature mentally, physically, emotionally, everything and you go there and you know that you're ready to take it on, then that's fine by me and good for you.
Okay, so in looking at this topic, we're saying the leader with a difference, right? And you see, one of the requirements of a leader is the capacity to make informed decisions. And you can't make informed decisions if you are not educated. And so education is important. Now, we find ourselves in a world today where it's almost like some people aren't excited to go to school. Some people aren't that excited, oh, let's further our education. And so putting that hallmark when we have majority of students graduating from secondary school between the ages of 14 and 16, putting that hallmark at 18 would create a time gap with which, if nothing productive is being done, then the vices that they're trying to prevent would be fostered even more, because we're in a world where you have access to internet, you have access to social media. There's the good side and there's the bad side. And sometimes, whether or not you want to look at the bad side will pop up on your device. And so you're leaving young people with that time gap and with the many vices that come with the technological age in their homes for a period of 2 to 4 years because they are not 18 years yet. That would create a crisis moment, because first you would have a group of young people that have lost motivation to go to school. Because imagine staying at home for 4 years and then they now say you should go to school. To do what again now? That would be the thought process going through the minds of many people. Now there's the side of, if you know what to do with that time, it can produce a very useful period of time to learn and to gain skills. But looking at the demography and looking at the type of people we have in our communities and societies, how many people know what to do with that period of time? And so it is better to have them move on and further their education immediately, rather than making it compulsory for them to stay at home because they are not a particular age. And I strongly believe that there is, in the digital age that we're in today, there is so much available, so much access to information. We have a very brilliant and intelligent set of young people in our world today. And if we're going to be competing on the global stage that has many other young people from different countries at their youthful age, making impact, making a difference in their world, we can't now be on the bench, sitting and waiting to get to a particular age to get the education required to make a difference in our world and in our society. Are our thought processes shifting from this first part of our conversation already? You're beginning to think about some things, right? Okay, I'll take my next question. So, what do you foresee as the potential social or economic consequences of delaying entry into higher education in Nigeria?
Okay, so I'll go back to, you said that people lie, but numbers don't lie. The average age worker of Nigeria, or the workforce of Nigeria, is 25 to 34. Delaying people getting into university would mean that you're, like you said, benching your workforce. While the rest of the world is going on with more innovation. And because the truth is this, the world revolves around innovation. And if innovation doesn't function by age, it doesn't function by age. So while you're trying to wait for your students to get to 18, somebody in Cameroon has come up with an innovation. And that the education environment shifts with the amount of information coming into the world. So you don't want to get left behind, because it will tell in your economy. So while your students are sitting at home waiting for when they are 18, the world is moving on. And so these are some things that don't make this bill a very encouraging one.
So for now, it's still a comment and an opinion. So we're discussing it in hopes that it doesn't get to that point. But if it does, there are also actions that we can take to ensure that decisions aren't made without all the right quarters and stakeholders, including you, the young people that it concerns, getting a say. So, Demilade, please tell us, what do you foresee as the potential economic and social consequences of delaying entry into higher institution?
Thank you. Okay, like the young lady sitting in front here said about people who do WAEC and then rush into JAM and, you know, the results and everything. I think that if you setting the minimum age for 18 means that before you can write the exam, you have to be 18 years old. A person who does the JAM, let's say at 16, doesn't do as well, and then says that, okay, it's 17, they will do it again. And then maybe because of the pressure, they still didn't do well. Then when they now become 18, they finally do it, they go to school. That person has spent 2 years trying to write JAM. If you are 18 and you still encounter these challenges, you will now be 20 before you go into the university. Having a younger age, 16, applying for the exam at that age, it gives you time. If you want to write it and you don't do well, it gives you time to do it again. If you're not ready to write it, it gives you time to properly prepare. So the point is that there should be a choice. If there's no choice, then you may have, you know, catastrophic results. And of course, also, many people think that once they get into university, they do the education. After the education, they get a job, they start working, they have their money, etc. Once you put, or rather push the limits even further for how fast you can finish your education, how fast you can get a job, it's going to hinder your family, it's going to hinder your life process, it's just going to hinder everything that you want to do because it has taken away the choice of timeline from you. And of course, with the things of, or rather the topic of vocational skills, if the person who is 16 and the person who is 15 and the person who is 17, they're all waiting to write the exam, and let's say all of us want to learn how to make hair. 3 of us, when I'm 16, I'll learn how to make hair. When I'm 17, I'll still be making hair. The person that just became 16 will join me to make hair. When I'm 18, the other person that just became 16 will join me to make hair. Then all of us together will all be making hair until it's time to go to university. It will just make the market oversaturated. Everybody's in the same trade. Everybody's in the same service. By the time you increase the supply of the workers and the demand is low, you will have low income rates, low everything. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much. So, like my panelists have said, we can see that delaying students from entering into the higher institution because of their age might not prove to be as positive as it might seem to some, right? Because we need to understand the type of world we find ourselves in, the things that are obtainable in our world today, and put ourselves in the best position to be global competitors, right? We have, and for me, I think even making it a university thing might not work. If it started from earlier on, when you were in kindergarten and nursery school, then they say everybody has to be this age before you get into nursery. It might make more sense because then you have people within the same age bracket going from nursery to primary, then university. But if nursery, primary, secondary, then university. But if everyone has gone through nursery, whatever age, primary, whatever age, then secondary, then you now pause. It creates that time gap. And if something useful and productive isn't done within that time gap, it might create a crisis situation for the social and economic state in the nation. Thank you very much. So please, panelists, your final words and statements while we wrap up this conversation.
So one thing I would like to say is, you're a young person here, you're a leader, one thing you should have in your mind is that have the decision to lead in your world. You see, regardless of whatever age you might want to get into university or not, what matters is your mental capacity, the ability for you to produce stuff, because this world needs producers, it doesn't need consumers. So you're in school, you're consuming knowledge to produce. So wouldn't it be beautiful that by the age of 16, 17, once you're done with your secondary school, you've already innovated a product, you've come up with a product. Now you're coming into university with that achievement, that accolade to your name, that, oh, I created this, I created it. That would only increase your ambition to be greater in whatever field you're getting to. So you as an individual, decide to be productive, decide to be an innovator, decide to be a leader in your world, because that's what the world needs. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would just say that you don't need to wait to enter university for you to learn. Learning can happen anywhere. If you make the choice to teach yourself, especially with the access you have to the internet, regardless of whatever decision the government makes, you won't be hindered. The only person that can hinder you is yourself. So as he said, innovate, do whatever it is that you want to do. Take the matters into your own hands, and above all, always be equipped with knowledge. If you don't know what's happening, you can't adjust to the situations around you. And if you can't adjust to the situations around you, life will move on with or without you. So always be aware, always adjust, take situations into your own hands, and don't allow your mindset to be limited by whatever it is that's happening around you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Before we leave the stage, I'd like to ask a question. How many of you knew about this topic before we discussed it here today? Okay, I can only see very few hands, and that shows to tell how abreast with the news and the current updates in the nation we are, a lot of young people here are. And it is very important that you keep yourself updated with the news and updates, particularly those that pertain to you, so that decisions aren't made concerning your life and your future without you knowing. You just wake up one day and realize, I have to stay at home, right? No, you should keep yourself updated. And if discussions like this arise, get involved in the conversation. You have a voice and your voice can be heard. So get involved in the conversation, articulate properly, and most importantly, be that change you want to see. Thank you very much for your time.